We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Throwing first play is Lance. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Let's go now.
Working from the gun, Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They'll run here with a rookie. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And his pass incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Second and 10. Jackson now. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, you know, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Lance. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And his kick is absolutely perfect.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves. And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jackson. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. Now Jackson.
He'll fire one deep for Westbrook.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Chargers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 33, here's second down and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Check go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Go.
And Lance going to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, 13. Finish it on. Hey, report.
Throwing is Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Westbrook.
Tyson Campbell up to make the stop.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Now 2nd and 5.
In motion goes the tight end. Now it's Jackson. And he completes it to Westbrook. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Throwing now is Lance. That's taken in by Franklin.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Ready. Come 19. Come 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Mustang 19.
Now Lance.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
13.
To throw is Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep.
Loose inside the 30.
Escapes the defender.
And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards on the ground.
So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Lewis between the tackles. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Here's a quick throw out to Mims.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
And Lance now to throw. And this one complete again to Mims.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
65 cat, 65 cat.
A final shot before half for Lance.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this will be spotted on the other side of... Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Broncos 3.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
2nd and 9.
Play action. Now Jackson steps away. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Up the middle they go.
Westbrook. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
Touchdown! A great play there. 26 yards.
And the Chargers take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Come on, set. Take off.
He'll get that complete to Franklin. Second down and 4. Hands it off out of the gun.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Here's Lance to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Lance looking to throw it. He shakes him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
And the tight end goes in motion left. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here we go, set.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now Lance wants to change him up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. Sets up the screen to Lewis. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. They'll run on first down. Westbrook. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Chargers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead. This is when Lamar...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. The open man is Westbrook. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now this time he'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. From 13 yards out.
And the Chargers are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he stopped immediately there.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Jackson now. Being chased out left.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. How about this? They'll change it at the line. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. On 1st down, Westbrook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll keep it on the ground. Westbrook, the 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So, for the Chargers, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire